What's good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. I'm LotusAsakura, the one who never knows best, and today I'm bringing you part 2 of pretty much my run at the City of Mayhem Dragon Ball FighterZ online tournament that was hosted by Bum163. And again, big shout out and a huge thank you to Bum for hosting the event. It was a ton of fun. I had a great time, and it was just all around a lot of entertainment, and I really enjoyed it, and I hope to participate in something like that again sometime. But yes, yesterday I showed you guys my matches, including the one of me getting perfected for the first time ever in Dragon Ball FighterZ. Meaning that I lost my very first set in the winner's bracket, and I had to move on down to the loser's bracket. Now, the thing about moving down to the loser's bracket is that after having, some time to like literally cool down and just, recollect myself and think about things, I was like, I'm pretty confident that I can make it a decent ways into the loser's bracket. And that is what I ended up doing. For those of you who are curious, I ended up getting 25th place out of about, I believe there were 94 entrants, and I got 25th. So not bad, not incredible, just, just okay. I just did pretty okay. So my second opponent in the loser's bracket was somebody by the name of Gasai, playing a team of Base Vegeta, GT Goku, and Yamcha. And immediately upon seeing this team, I'm like, oh boy, here we go. Because this team is so good. I mean, Base Vegeta, many would argue, is the best character in the game. GT Goku, I don't need to say too much. And I think Yamcha is the best anchor. But I got off to a pretty strong start, and I was like, just based off the way this guy's playing right now, I think I can take him. You can see I spent level 1 here. I thought I was going to get the extra meter I needed to get the 2 level 1s to actually take out Base Vegeta. That didn't end up happening. It's all well and good though. He swapped in his GT Goku, and I'm just like, I'm actually gonna snap in his Base Vegeta, which I believe is what I did end up doing here. Now here, it's season 3, right? So I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I wanted to snap Base Vegeta back in because he had a decent little bit of blue life, and I wanted to just take him out since his health was so low. But as you can see, when I snapped him in, I pretty much gave up my turn because I was just like, I don't actually know what to do with a season 3 snap. And then he ended up EX rocket kicking and actually ended up putting me in the corner. Now my Bardock is leaking. It is what it is though. I was like, okay, that was like not an optimal decision on my part, but this isn't the end of the world. And this is a team where, like, if Trunks dies on my 18 Bardock Trunks team, then I'm like, this is going to be rough. But regardless of who dies between 18 and Bardock, I'm always like, I can still pretty much do this. Because the synergy between all my characters is good enough to always get the job done. It's just that, for me, it's just like, when Trunks dies, a part of me does. I'm just like, well, damn, there goes all my fun. You can see I hit him with a frame trap here. I hit him with a spin into the level 1 super. He tried to forward tech out. I catch him with a lariat. Get him with air to air, put him right back in the corner, and then we're just gonna knock him down. And I don't actually remember what I did next here. I'm pretty sure I just go for like a safe jump or something. Yeah, hit him with the JH. He goes for a 2H for some reason, and I punish him with the 2M. GT Goku is out of there, which is like, at this point I'm like, damn, how did I end up killing GT Goku when the focus was Base Vegeta? But I'll take it, because to me, like, GT Goku and Yamcha are honestly probably bigger threats on the team than Base Vegeta is. I was only focused on Base Vegeta just because he was the point, and I was getting him out, and you can see I punish there and I take out the Base Vegeta. But to me, GT Goku is still a top tier character. I still think he's incredibly good. I still think he has one of, if not the best assist in the game. Can't believe I got away with the round start lariat. Remember what I said before, guys. There are certain things, like certain techniques, strategies, decisions, and stuff that I don't always do in this game because I expect my opponent to know how to deal with it or to be better about playing around it. But one thing I wanted to remind myself during this tournament, and one thing I want to remind you guys, is that if you have a strategy that you think is whack or something that doesn't work against good players or somebody that you think is good, do it anyway until they show you that they do know how to deal with it. As break on the Dragon Rush. To me, like, my new outlook on the game, and I've had this outlook for a minute, but this is something I didn't always have. It's more so started this year. Treat everybody like a scrub until they show you otherwise. So like that cheap little Bardock reset I do, and if people don't know how to deal with it, you gotta use it. Super dashing like crazy. If you're not getting 2H for it, go for it. I mean, there's a certain thing, like even the Goku Black reset, or just like, some of the fake Oki I do with Android 18, or, some of the solo mix-ups I do with Trunks. It's like, if I'm getting away with it, I'm going to keep doing it, and I'm going to abuse it until my opponent shows me that they know how to deal with it. And it's the same thing. It's like, even if that's not the mentality that a lot of people have against me when they play, that's how a lot of people play. Like, people also, we get the first game here, when people like super dash at me and then they air dash forward, I'm like, you got a lot of nerve, and then I have to punish them for them to understand that that's not a good idea. Now, some people do it anyway, but yeah. Also, I recently found out why, or at least I think I found out why a lot of people do that. The FighterZ Dojo, I finally checked out. Oh, you see the break of the. Hold on. Y'all gotta see how prepared I was for this Dragon Rush. Y'all gotta see how prepared I was for this Dragon Rush. I was so prepared for this Dragon Rush, I teched it with Dragon Rush. Like before he even put out his Dragon Rush, I was already Dragon Rushing because I knew. Yeah, you can see, like, I'm going green before he even is, I think. I was so ready for that Dragon Rush. Like I said, I was in the zone against this guy. I was feeling myself. But yeah, I recently finally checked out the FighterZ Dojo, and they actually teach you to air dash forward after getting your super dash blocked. Now, I can understand then why so many people do that, but the very next lesson after it teaches you that is how to punish people who are doing that by 2H'ing them. So I'm just like, did people just like skip that part, or I don't know. But anyway, we're here in game 2, and I believe I ended up taking this game as well, but you guys can see it's looking pretty, you know, standard so far. Catch him with the Trunks assist. In the corner, he went for a reflect. I went for the Dragon Rush with the 18 barrier, which is something that I haven't been doing a lot lately, and I gotta remember to start doing that again. A lot of times when I call out the 18 barrier lately, I've been going for 2M, just being greedy, trying to get that big damage, but a lot of people don't really know how to play around 18 assists. The way to deal with 18 assists is to jump out of the way, but if people aren't jumping, you know, they're getting opened up by Dragon Rush. Most of the time. Some people will take it, but only like the really, really good players, or if somebody got lucky because they were mashing. We're blocking all the strings here. Hits me with the Dragon Rush, tick throw. Can't break them all, so it is what it is. He's got a ton of bar here. I was thinking that he might have been able to kill me, but he might not have known the combo, because if he had done Spirit Bomb into level 1 into Yamcha Super, he definitely could have killed me, but he just might not have known that combo. Catch the GT with the low stagger. That's the same way I actually opened up my last opponent's cell by just resetting my string and then just going low with the 2L. He stood up and I caught his ankles. Hit him with the reset, and that's what I'm talking about. I actually opted to pop the spark in there, but we EX Lariat straight through it. I was like, okay, almost anything he does except for 236H is going to lose to my 236H, so I just went for it because I have a full health Bardock, so it's like a risk I'm willing to take because I'm not going to die for getting hit by that move. Toss it out there with raw tagging the Yamcha. We just jab him for the punish. He tried to do something afterward, maybe jab, maybe do another Wolf Fang. All I know is he got decked in the face by Bardock. Extending off to change the future, level 3. And at this point, I'm like, okay, it's Yamcha. He's got 7 bars, so level 3 is on the table. And he's also got Gale Claw, so I'm like, I'm Bardock, so I'm gonna just go in, because again, I have full health. Again, got a little antsy, tried to, you know, steal a turn back. I called the 18 barrier, hit him with the 2M that time, big boy damage, and that's Yamcha down. Or so I thought. Again, I thought that level 1 was going to be enough when I was fighting. I thought it was going to be enough just now watching it back, but it wasn't. But he got caught by the overhead in the Bardock spin, which, by the way, some people still don't know this. Sometimes people just forget and they get caught lacking. The last hit in Bardock spin is overhead. That's why you got to block that high. I know most of you already know that, but just in case you forgot or some people didn't know, that last hit is a overhead, so you got to block that high. And yeah, now he's just down to his GT Goku. I'm just blocking all of this. I'm just like, I'm not worried at all. In my mind, I'm like, there's no way he makes this comeback. Like, I'm fairly comfortable, and I'm telling myself, all right, that's 2-0. And now I'm just thinking about, okay, just, you know, making sure that I stay calm, keep up this momentum, and maintain this pace going into my next match. With the EX Lariat, whatever, throwing out Key Blast. He's trying to catch me with the 236H, which I still think is an incredibly good move. I definitely try to challenge there. Bardock gets hit. I'm like, okay, Bardock might die here, but like I said, there's just no way that I lose this match. He dropped his combo though. We block 6M. I jump out of the way, which is risky because if he had just gone for another jab after I ate that 6M, I would have gotten hit and Bardock would have died. Not that it would have mattered too much, but we ended up taking the set 2-0, and then I immediately looked at the bracket to see who I was gonna have to fight next. Alright, and then my third match in the losers bracket was a player named Jorod, who was running a team of DBS Broly, Jiren, and Base Goku. And I also saw they had a C assist, so I'm like, okay, he's running like pretty much all characters that have command grabs, he's got a C assist. But then I looked at his record, and I'm not usually one to hold, actually, let me pause this just for a second to hide my camera. I'm not usually one to judge too quickly people's skill level based off their rank or their square color or anything like that, but I'd be lying to you if I said I didn't look at his record and then go, okay, he's got, you know, roughly a 50% win rate. I might be able to do this relatively easily. That's at least what I told myself, and that was mostly just me just trying to, you know, keep up that level of confidence. I had just won my last 4 games straight, 2-0 against my first opponent, 2-0 against my second opponent. Well, first and second opponent in the losers bracket. Let's not forget that L I took in winners, but yeah, I just won 4 games straight, so I'm like, okay, let's just keep it up, let's just keep it going, I shouldn't have too much problems against this guy. He's got a C assist, DBS Broly is strong, Jiren is Jiren, and then, you know, Base Goku is strong, and those command grabs can definitely catch you off guard. But going into it, I was fairly confident. Let's just bet a little bit. And yeah, so I'm like, okay, let's just jump back, round start, call Trunks, you know, a typical round start for me. That's another thing, is that sometimes against when I'm playing a bit more serious, I'm a bit more hesitant to jump back and call Trunks at first, just because I usually, not usually, but like sometimes I want to hang on to my assist and not be the first person to spend my assist. But then I started thinking to myself, I'm like, but that's just how I play usually, and it works out fine more often than not, so there's no reason for me not to. Just as long as I'm not spending both of my assists too quickly. Like, as long as I hang on to the Bardock, if I'm spending Trunks right away, it's usually okay. Also, you can see he guard canceled as soon as I try to hit him with the 18 mix-up. So I think I took note of that, and the next time I get him in a situation where I'm hitting him with the 18 mix-up, I'm like, all right, bet, let's just stand around and see what he does next time. Maybe try to go for a Dragon Rush. He wakes up with the Jiren counter. I up layered into Trunks assist, expecting him to like up tech or mash or reflect or do something like that, so I completely covered that. He gets hit, immediately pops his sparking, and again, I immediately EX layer because I'm like, I don't know if Jiren has anything he could have done there to actually beat EX layer. So we put him right back in the corner. I was waiting for a reflect. He actually vanished, but he was still in sparking, so he empty vanish and backdash out of the way. Fortunately, I did not get punished for whiffing that 2H, but he did get Jiren out. Brings in the DBS Broly and snatches me by my toes, bro. Slams me into the pavement, and then I realized that he's running the base Goku assist that gives him more meter. So I'm like, oh man, DBS Broly with base Goku B assist, he's gonna have so much meter and gonna do so much damage. He runs up 2S, I guess expecting me to like up tech, backdash, JH, which is a very common option online, but I almost never do it. I get to touch though, and then it's 2 bars, and it's gonna be Jiren down, and we bring in Trunks. Now, I'm not gonna lie, only reason I brought in Trunks here is just because I just felt like playing Trunks. Like I said, I was feeling good. I just won my last 4 games. After seeing his record, I was like, I should be able to do this. So I was like, I'm gonna play Trunks just because I want to play Trunks and it's fun. So I brought him in. He super dashes right into the 18 barrier, gets 2H force troubles. Not a crazy combo, but good enough. We EX flip our way back into it in neutral. And yeah, just whittling down his team. Not a whole lot to say other than that. Like it's pretty standard. He gets caught by the Bardock assist. I did slip up there when he got caught by the Bardock assist. I wanted a 2M there to you know, combo off of it, but I don't know, just a, you know, regular mistake. I just slipped. I guess I just didn't get my input. It's all good though. Does manage to find the hit and hit me with the base Goku Spirit Bomb. I'm mashing Vanish on Wake Up because at this point I'm not even respecting my opponents. I'm like, nah, I got this. He gets caught by the Bardock assist. I drop my combo. It's all well and good. Super dash right back in, backdash out. I see him whipping stuff. I'm like, all right, he's gonna get caught by a super dash. So I'm like, I'm gonna just raw attack because you won't see it coming. And then I run into his C assist. I thought he had the Spirit Bomb more charged up than that, but I guess not, because I thought he was just gonna Spirit Bomb, you know, like level 3 Spirit Bomb. Bardock was gonna be dead. That didn't end up being the case. So Bardock endures here, but he does get Broly back in with the power, which again, like I'm not really worried. I think I mashed Vanish here again, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Because again, I'm just like, what do I have to lose? Because like I was like, if I get hit, Bardock's gonna die anyway. So if he reacts to the 2H and I die here, it is what it is. Fortunately, he did not. He gets put back in the corner. I find another touch. I get Bardock out, 18 back in, and take out the DBS Broly. Now, I'm looking at the health bars. I'm looking at, you know, his meter, his character. He has no sparking. I'm looking at his resources. I'm like, yeah, I got this. He gets caught by the round start, change the future. Super dash confirm into the Bardock assist. And here we hit him with the 18 Oki. And I think I just waited here to see what he does a little bit. No, I went right in. I could have sworn it's all good. Hit him with the Ki Blast. That Ki Blast actually is like +7 on block. So if you block, that's not your turn to do anything. So I can 2M you there, and there's nothing you can do about it. You can reflect it, of course, or you can reversal if you got one. But as far as like pushing a button or trying to jump, you really can't. You will get caught by that. And I catch a lot of people with that. And I go for 2M there a lot just because I'm greedy and I want the damage, but also because a lot of people don't realize how plus that is. That being said, this guy's probably one of them. As you can see, we take the first game pretty convincingly, and then we move on into game 2. So again, round start change the future. He actually jumps up and avoids it this time, but he lands after whipping a button, and I just run up 5-0. That's one good thing about Android 18. A lot of players, they'll run up, and I'm guilty of this too, right? But a lot of times in neutral, people just run up and jab. And the thing about that is oftentimes your opponent is going to be blocking low, right? So you're just hitting them with a mid, and it's not really going to do anything. But a good thing about Android 18 is that her 5-0 is a standing low, so if they're not blocking low, like if they just stand guard, which is also common because a lot of people will like to jump in, including myself, you actually get a low. Because like when you just run up and jab, like it's a lot easier to block than going higher, going low. Not to say it's like, you know, it's not like a 50-50 or anything, but that's just one good thing about Android 18 is her having that built-in low. Also, he already spent his sparking, so I'm like, all right, bet. Like I said before, if my opponent spends their sparking before I do, I'm like way more confident about my ability to win the match. I mean, his Jiren's getting smoked here. 2 bars is going to be enough. Hit him with the destructive disc and then bringing in Bardock, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. But like I said before, you guys know how much I depend on my Anchor Trunks and my Sparking Blast. And again, like I've contemplated, at this point I'm just playing my usual game, right? But in my very first set in Winter Side, I was contemplating whether or not I should be saving my Sparking or spending my Sparking to save Android 18, but I'm just like, I'm gonna just play my usual game. But yeah, whenever my opponent spends their Sparking that early, I'm like, okay, unless they kill a character here, this is my game. Like if you spend a Sparking to keep your character alive and then I kill that character anyway and then you're down to 2 and I have 3 characters in my Sparking, I'm like, okay, I gotta really screw up in order for me to lose this match. DBS Broly going down. We Ultimate Z change out into Android 18. Also, I know a lot of people are always asking in the comments, how do you do that? How do you switch into a super with another character without doing a super with the first character? If you want to do a level 1 with your assist, you do half circle forward plus whichever assist you're trying to call in. So for example, right now if I want to do a super with Bardock, I would do half circle forward plus L1 to get Bardock to do his level 1. And if I wanted to do Bardock's level 3, I would do half circle backward. I'm probably doing this backwards in the camera, but you know what I'm saying. Half circle backward plus L1 to get Bardock's level 3. And it's like when you do a knockdown like that. So that's hopefully that helps, because I know a lot of people ask about that. Also, did you guys see the super crazy 6M he got there? He could have actually gotten full combo off that 6M because of the way that it hit. He didn't confirm it in time though, so we managed to live to see another day. He's just trying his hardest to get a hit in here with base Goku, but he's not able to do it. Him with a tick throw, and then that's us taking our second set 2-0. So at this point, I'm like, yeah, six games in a row? Yeah, that's all me. It's all me, like, we got this, we got this. However, my next opponent is somebody who I was familiar with, I had heard of, and I had seen play before, and I knew it was pretty strong going into it. So I was like, my losers run is going to end anytime soon. It could be this guy, but I think I can take him. So let's see how that went. Alright, and here we have my fourth opponent, Seth Sensational. Now, he's not someone I'm super familiar with, but I have seen him play in, whether it be COM or HOC before. I've definitely seen his name around, I've seen him play before. I don't think we've ever exchanged words, but I definitely recognize his team of Base Vegeta, Trunks, and DBS Broly. He's also running the DBS Broly C assist, which I've noticed is pretty common for people who are playing DBS Broly. It seems like the most popular assist right now for DBS Broly is the C assist, understandably so. And also, I will say, I did take note of his rank in the background. Again, I don't judge people too harshly based off their rank and their win percentage, but I look back here, I was like, oh, he's Super Saiyan Blue Evolve rank. He's got like over 12,000 matches played, and he's won like, you know, a little over half of them. So I'm like, okay, this isn't going to be easy for me for sure. And I'd seen him play anyway, so I already had a good idea of like how good he was. But I was like, I think I can do this. And we ended up getting the first hit here. I set up the 18 Oki. He reflects and not guard cancels, but raw tags out immediately. Gets the actual. That's one thing I'm not good enough at doing, or something I don't do enough when it comes to my own Trunks, is getting that EX flip off of a super dash confirm. But yeah, I wasn't like confident going into this, but I wasn't unconfident. Like I was like, yeah, I basically was telling myself this could go either way, because I was, like I said, I'd seen him play, so I was pretty sure that it was not going to be easy for me. But we get to touch again. Right now I'm looking pretty good, so I'm feeling pretty good, right? I'm like, all right, let's hit him with the 18 Oki again. Call it the Bardock this time, but he still reflected all of it. A lot of times when people start reflecting the 18 Oki a lot, that J2H was wild, by the way. I don't know what was going on with that. But also, hold on real quick. My bad, I realized I didn't have it full screen properly. But yeah, oftentimes when people start reflecting the Android 18 17 assist Oki, like the beam, I start throwing out the Bardock assist, because a lot of times they don't reflect enough, or they'll whiff a reflect and then get hit by Bardock, or they have to block Bardock and then they get opened up by whatever I'm trying to do. Now when he hit me with this combo, I was like, oh, it's it's a wrap. I can't allow this base Vegeta to hit me because he's optimal. He's got the loops. I'm like, every touch he gets with this base Vegeta is detrimental to my well-being. So I was like, okay. I immediately was like, I want to get this base Vegeta gone, but then he raw tagged out in the DBS Broly and started getting ragdolled. And I'm like, okay, if I don't take out a character soon, this is gonna be a lot of trouble for me. But you know, I'm still hanging on to that anchor Trunks in the background with the sparking glass. And I'm like, okay, we're definitely gonna save it for him. That J2H was a mistake, I'm not gonna lie to you. I definitely wanted to jump heavy, but it worked out. He somehow ended up getting opened up. I wouldn't be surprised if the reason why he got hit there is because he saw that J2H and was like, what on earth was that about? But to be fair, he did a random J2H himself earlier, neutral with Trunks, so happens to all of us every once in a while. Catches me with the DBS Broly, challenging me with the buttons, and it actually worked out. I'm looking at his meter, I'm like, I don't think he can kill me here, but he might build that fourth bar, and then he did indeed building that fourth bar. I was definitely underestimating the amount of damage this character can output. Into the Trunks level 3, and that's my Bardock down. But based off the way the match had gone thus far, I'm like, okay, I think there's a pretty solid chance I can pull this back. I think with my anchor Trunks I can do it. I don't really know at this point if I think his Trunks and my Trunks is better, but I'm thinking that I can pull this off. Hit him with the round start, change the future. He gets caught by it, surprisingly. I would expect another Trunks player to not backdash round start, just because I figure it's a pretty common round start option. He manages to get the Trunks out with the raw tag, which was so good. I thought for sure I was about to hit him with that jump heavy and take out his Trunks, which would have done wonders for me, but he gets the raw tag, gets caught pushing buttons, pushing a lot of buttons here. And he kept getting counter hit for it. I dropped my combo, and that was going to be base Vegeta dead, and you'll see it's pretty detrimental. But it's okay, he dropped his combo too, but I didn't punish him for it. And yeah, I had a chance to kill the Trunks. He got a raw tag out. I don't know why I got hit by that rocket kick, and I got hit by the assist. But I had a chance to kill base Vegeta there, and I didn't capitalize. And him running up and doing that J2H was kind of wild, but we ended up getting base Vegeta out. But look how much health I lost. Like, hold on, go back. Let's go back a little bit. Look at where I was in. I had full health with this character, and I had my opportunity right here to kill base Vegeta, and for some reason I dropped it. And then look how much health I had left. I lost like about half my health bar before finally taking out the base Vegeta, which should not have been the case. I screwed it pretty bad there, but it's all good. At this point, I'm just like, okay, do I want to spend the sparking immediately to make sure Trunks doesn't die? But we did the backflip into the Ki Blast, you know, one of my own round stars special, you know what I'm saying? We get this touch on Broly, I'm like, okay, I can just hang on to my sparking for just a little bit longer. I won't spend it until I'm the one on defense, basically is what I'm telling myself here. Except, he starts throwing stuff at me, and I'm like, okay, if he comes at me, I'm gonna die if I get hit, so I have to spend my sparky here. And it's looking good, right? It's looking really good. I hit him with another touch, EX slash into, you know, EX flip and EX slash. I spent the burning attack here praying that it was gonna kill Broly. It didn't, so I started pressing him with Change the Futures, and then I vanish to counter him. Didn't quite work out. He catches my super dash with a vanish of his own. We're both scrambling a little bit here. I'm just trying to remain calm. He starts throwing out Ki Blast. I took the gamble on him committing to the Ki Blast and super dash at him, and he did. And now it's down to just my sparking Trunks versus his Trunks. His sparking is already worn off, and I'm like, okay, I should be able to do this. I super dash right into a jump heavy. I'm like, okay, that sucked. He actually reflects my EX flip. I try to stay on the same side. That's what I get for going for the solo fake stuff. We both EX flip. That super dash right there, I was so like amazed that I blocked that. I thought for sure I was gonna get hit by that, but I somehow managed to block it in time. I don't know how. I wish I had been able to punish it, but it is what it is. And then right here, this is the heartbreaker. You see I got counter hit here. I tried to super dash. I tried to super dash, and his 2M caught the startup of my super dash. And that's the way the cookie crumbles. A close fought match, a really good game, but wasn't able to bring it home. First game going to sensational. And now at this point, I'm like, okay, I won 6 in a row. I was bound to lose one eventually. But after that match, I'm like, okay, I'm feeling more confident going into the second match than I was in that first one, because I'm just like, okay, he's definitely super solid, but I almost won that one, so I should be able to beat him. That's what I'm telling myself, right? But I don't know if things exactly played out that way. He gets the first touch, knocks down my Android 18. I definitely tried to like wake up backdash or something, maybe wake up jump, and I got caught by the C assist. I'm like, okay, that was a bad move. I double reflect the Ki Blast because I know that he's gonna go right back in after I block the Ki Blast. So you gotta double reflect base Vegeta in those situations. I get caught anyway, and I'm pretty much just dying because I'm not blocking on wake up. I wake up reflect again, didn't die for it that time. I actually managed to get Android 18 out, but he rocket kicks into the C assist, actually gets the touch, brings back in Android 18, and then I die. So I'm like, well, I was confident going into this first match, and I still think I can win this, but that was a pretty bad way to start off this match for me, I'm not gonna lie. I start staggering here, hoping to try to get him counter hit. He reflects into raw tags. Next he gets caught by the Change of Future, but there's not a lot I can do. I tried to challenge the string. I get hit by a 5M, and I'm just dying. At this point, I'm just falling apart. I'm like, wow, Bardock's dead. I haven't resigned myself because I'm still like, okay, I still have my Trunks. I almost brought it back last time with Trunks. I can do it again. This is a pretty large mountain to climb, but I'm still telling myself that I can do this. You guys know me in my videos all the time. As long as I have Trunks and he's in full health with Spark, I'm like, it's not going to be easy, but I can do it. I wasn't so sure I was going to be able to based off the way that we were both playing, but yeah. And then I never do that. I don't think I've ever done that. But I did round start Masenko. I'm not really sure why, because if I was going to do a round start special, it's usually, you know, just a Ki Blast would change the future. But I did Masenko and he twined me for it. I actually managed to mix him up here. He gets caught by the same side change the future. We get a ton of damage because we're in sparking, but that's the problem. We're in sparking. I spent my sparking while he still pretty much had his entire team healthy. He tries to reflect there. I catch him with an air dash into 5 and knock out the Trunks. So I took out his Trunks relatively quickly, but I've already burned a decent amount of my spark time. And like I said before, my goal usually when I'm down to just my sparking Trunks is to at least kill one character before I spend my sparking, but wasn't really able to do that. I was surprised that he didn't get to confirm off the base Vegeta assist, and equally surprised that I didn't get caught. Excuse me, equally surprised that I didn't get caught by that 5H. But we get it confirmed there. I was pretty proud of myself for that one. Into the level 3. At this point, I'm thinking, okay, it's Broly. He's got level 3 available. He's got sparking. He's got reflect. He's got anti-air command grab. And he's got like the DP super. So I was like, I'm gonna just go in all the way. Like I need this W. I'm gonna go low. And I especially decided to go low because I'm like, okay, he plays Trunks too, so he probably is also used to doing immediate change of future or going in overhead. And so I was like, okay, he's another Trunks player, so he's probably thinking what I'd be thinking. And so I'm gonna go low because that's what a Trunks would usually do. But then he might have also been thinking he's gonna go low because a Trunks player would usually go overhead. So maybe that's why he's able to block it. And I'm just like, damn, I should have went high. I tried to wake up with something, and I got counter hit by the 6M, and thus ended my losers bracket run at City of Mayhem. So again, I ended up getting 25th place out of 94 entrants. I lost my very first match 2-0. Then I went on a 6-game winning streak in losers bracket before finally losing to a player named Sensational. But all in all, I'd say I did pretty okay. You know, I had a lot of fun, and I actually do want to do it again in the future. I would like to participate in another online tournament. I'm thinking about maybe participating in NLBC this weekend, so we'll see how that goes. But again, big thank you to everybody for all the love and support. You guys were going crazy in the chat for me. I saw a lot of you guys watching the bracket talking about how I was bodying people in the losers bracket and stuff. And yeah, all the love and support on the YouTube channel and on the Twitter. The growth has still been crazy. Y'all just way too good to me. And again, shout out to Bum for the tournament, for hosting it, and for having me. It was a great time. But yeah, that's pretty much going to wrap things up. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Hit this video with a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already so you can stay tuned for all the awesome content I'll bring you. And with all that being said, that's pretty much all I have for today. And remember, let's get happy so you spin the bet. Later.